Science says you're aging wrong. For decades, we've been handed a script, a story that says after 70, life is all about getting weaker, sleeping less, and having the energy of a damp sponge. It's sold to us as this inevitable, unavoidable part of getting older. We see an older person struggle to lift a bag of groceries and we nod thinking, yep, that's just the way it is. We hear about restless nights and just accept it as a symptom of our age. But what if that's a lie? What if that entire story is just plain wrong? Science now proves that you can not only stop the decline, but you can actually get stronger, sleep deeper, and feel more alive than you have in years. And this isn't about fads or miracle cures. This is your guide to rebuilding your body and mind using methods backed by real, verifiable science. And the best part? It's way simpler than you think. Today, we're breaking down the science-backed guide to rebuilding your strength, mastering your sleep, and reclaiming your vitality for good. Section 1. The Great Aging Myth, Busting the Inevitability Story. Let's just tear the Band-Aid off and talk about the biggest myth out there, that physical decline is a non-negotiable part of aging. It's true that after age 30, the average person starts to lose 3% to 5% of their muscle every decade, and it can speed up after 60. This even has a fancy clinical name, sarcopenia. It's a real thing, but the problem starts with the story we've been told, that it's an unstoppable force. That belief becomes a dangerous self-fulfilling prophecy. We expect to get weaker, so we do less. We stop lifting heavy things, we take the elevator instead of the stairs, we shy away from things we used to love. And by doing that, we actually accelerate the very process we're afraid of. Inactivity is like pouring gasoline on the fire of sarcopenia. This passive acceptance has opened the door to some questionable solutions. You might have seen guys like Dr. Jeffrey Life, a doctor in his 70s who uses a regimen of testosterone and human growth hormone to maintain a shockingly muscular physique. While his patients say they feel great, many experts are wary, calling the approach risky, unproven for long-term safety, and way too expensive for most people. The National Institute on Aging even recommends against using human growth hormone for anti-aging because of the potential health risks. But here's the game-changing truth. You don't need controversial injections or pricey therapies to turn back the clock. The most powerful tools for reversing age-related decline are safer, more accessible, and backed by decades of solid research. The real secret isn't in a syringe, it's in understanding how your body is designed to thrive at any age. We're not just talking about slowing the decline, we're talking about actively reversing it. Study after study has shown it's entirely possible to regain lost muscle, get stronger, and improve how you feel and function, whether you're 70, 80, or even 90. Section 2. The Foundation of Youth. Strength is non-negotiable. If there is one pillar of vitality that holds everything else up, it's strength. Your muscle is your body's engine, your suit of armor against injury, and the key to your independence. That muscle loss we talked about, sarcopenia, isn't just about looking less fit. It's directly linked to a higher risk of falls, fractures, chronic disease, and a nosedive in your quality of life. It's what makes it harder to get out of a comfy chair, carry your own groceries, or get on the floor to play with your grandkids. For the longest time, the advice for older adults was, take it easy, maybe go for a gentle walk. Well, science is telling a completely different story. The single most powerful weapon against sarcopenia is resistance training, and not just with those little pink dumbbells. Studies on heavy resistance training, where you're lifting a weight that feels challenging, around 70–85% of your max effort, show stunning results. One groundbreaking study found that just 1 year of heavy resistance training helped older adults keep their leg muscle function for up to 4 years after they stopped the program. This isn't a temporary fix, it's a long-term investment in your future self. Research shows that with a consistent program, you can increase your muscle strength by 25% or more. Some incredible studies have even seen frail adults in their 80s and 90s double or triple their strength. Now, when you hear heavy lifting, You're probably picturing a bodybuilder trying to lift a car. Get that image out of your head. This is about applying a simple principle called progressive overload, gently challenging your muscles so they have no choice but to adapt and get stronger. The key is finding the minimum effective dose. You don't need to live in a gym. Research shows that just 2 to 3 solid strength sessions a week are incredibly effective. So how do you start if you haven't worked out in years? You start with the safest and most effective weight you own, your own body. Let's talk about 2 perfect exercises: chair squats and wall push-ups. For a chair squat, stand in front of a sturdy chair. Push your butt back and lower yourself slowly, like you're about to sit. Either tap the chair or sit all the way down, then drive through your heels to stand back up. This simple move builds strength in your legs, glutes, and core, the exact muscles you need for walking, climbing stairs, and getting up from anywhere. For a wall push-up, stand facing a wall, about arm's length away. Place your hands on the wall, lean in by bending your elbows, then push back to the start. This strengthens your chest, shoulders, and arms, crucial for pushing open a heavy door or catching yourself if you stumble. These are safe, you can do them at home, and they directly train the movements you use in everyday life. The goal isn't to crush yourself, it's to stimulate your muscles. By doing this consistently, you're sending your body a powerful signal. We are not shutting down, we are rebuilding. Section 3. The fuel for your engine. Why protein is your best friend. Imagine trying to build a brick house without any bricks. That's exactly what you're doing when you try to build muscle without enough protein. Exercise is the foreman yelling, "Build here," but protein is the stack of bricks. And this is where so many older adults, even those who eat healthy, get it wrong. As we get older, our bodies get a little lazy and less efficient at using protein. It's a thing called anabolic resistance. It basically means you need to eat protein than a younger person just to get the same muscle-building kick. The standard recommendation for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight, but a mountain of evidence now says that's not nearly enough for older adults. To really fight sarcopenia, you should be aiming for 1.0 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. But it's not just about how much, it's about, a lot of people save their protein for dinner. That's a mistake. Your body can only use a certain amount of protein for muscle building at one time. Think of it like a bucket with a small hole. If you pour too much in at once, most of it just overflows and is wasted. Studies show it's far more effective to spread your protein intake out across the day. The magic number seems to be about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein with each meal. That's the sweet spot to overcome that anabolic resistance and flip the muscle-building switch. So, what does 25-30 grams of protein actually look like? For breakfast, instead of just toast, have 2 or 3 eggs with a side of Greek yogurt. For lunch, that salad is great, but top it with a grilled chicken breast, a can of tuna, or a big scoop of chickpeas and lentils. For dinner, a 4-ounce piece of salmon or lean beef, or a large portion of tofu will get you there easily. Making this one change, making sure there's a solid protein source at every single meal, is one of the most powerful things you can do for your body. It works hand in glove with strength training. The exercise creates the demand, and the protein provides the building blocks. It's a beautiful, powerful cycle of strength and vitality. Section 4. The silent protector. Mastering your balance. There's a fear that quietly haunts so many of us as we get older. The fear of falling. And for good reason. Falls are a leading cause of serious injuries and loss of independence for adults over 65. We get so focused on strength and cardio that we forget about the one skill that actually keeps us on our feet: balance. The good news is, balance isn't some God-given talent you're born with. It's a skill. And it's a skill you can train and improve at any age. The science is incredibly clear on this. Consistent balance exercises can slash the rate of falls by a huge margin. Some studies show a reduction of 22 to 24% or even more. And you don't need any special equipment. You can sneak these into your day so easily you'll barely notice you're doing them. The goal is to challenge your stability in a safe, controlled way. Two of the best are the single leg stand and heel-to-toe walking. For the single leg stand, just stand behind a kitchen counter or a sturdy chair, holding on for support. Lift one foot off the floor and try to hold it for 10 seconds, gradually working your way up to 30. As you get steadier, lighten your grip, maybe just using your fingertips, until eventually, you don't need your hands at all. Do it on both legs. You can literally do this while you're waiting for the microwave or during a commercial break. For heel-to-toe walking, pretend you're on a tightrope. Place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. Take a step and repeat. Use a hallway so you can touch the wall for support if you need to. Just walking 10 to 15 steps down and back is a fantastic way to improve your dynamic balance, the kind you need out in the real world. The mistake most of us make is we don't think about balance until after a scare or a fall. But balance training is proactive. It's preventative medicine in its purest form. By spending just a few minutes a day on these simple moves, you are strengthening the connection between your brain and your muscles, and building the confidence to move through life freely and without fear. It is one of the most direct ways to protect your independence for decades to come. Section 5. The Master Reset Button, Unlocking the Power of Sleep. Are you sick and tired of waking up sick and tired? You're not alone. It's a classic complaint, but just like muscle loss, it is not something you just have to put up with. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's the master reset button for your entire body and brain. It's during deep sleep that the real magic of recovery happens, and without it, all your hard work with exercise and nutrition can be seriously undermined. When you're sleeping, your body is anything but passive. During those deep stages of sleep, your brain releases human growth hormone, HGH, which is critical for repairing the muscle you challenged during your workout. In fact, poor sleep has been directly linked to lower muscle mass in older adults. Think of it this way: your workout is the architect's plan, your protein is the building material, and your sleep is the construction crew that works all night to build you a stronger body. If the crew doesn't show up, the job doesn't get done. On top of that, sleep is vital for balancing your hormones. It helps regulate testosterone for muscle repair and keeps your stress hormone, cortisol, in check. When cortisol is chronically high, it can actually break down muscle tissue. Sleep is also when your body restocks your muscle's primary fuel source, glycogen. Skimp on sleep, and you're basically creating an environment where your body is more likely to break down than to build up. The great news is you can dramatically improve your sleep with a few science-backed habits, what experts call sleep hygiene. It's not about some complicated life overhaul, it's about creating a simple, consistent routine. First, make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. It should be cool, dark, and quiet. Cooler temperatures are proven to help you sleep deeper. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask. Any little bit of light can mess with your brain's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Second, be relentlessly consistent. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day. Yes, even on weekends. This trains your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Third, declare a digital sunset. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs is a nightmare for melatonin. Power down all your screens at least an hour before you plan to sleep. Read a real book, listen to some calm music, or just talk to someone. And finally, watch what you consume in the evening. Avoid huge meals, tons of liquid, and definitely caffeine in the hours before bed. And here's the beautiful part. The resistance training we talked about earlier actually helps you sleep better. Studies show regular exercise improves sleep quality, which in turn improves your recovery from exercise. It's a perfect positive feedback loop. By mastering your sleep, you're not just feeling more rested, you are unlocking your body's full potential to heal, rebuild, and get stronger every single night. Section 6. The Hidden Pillars of Vitality, Hydration, and Social Connection. We've hit the big three: strength, protein, and sleep. But there are two hidden pillars that are just as critical, and they often get completely ignored. Ignoring them can silently sabotage all your other hard work. These are hydration and social connection. Let's start with hydration. As we get older, our sense of thirst starts to fade, and our kidneys get less efficient at holding on to water. This puts older adults at a huge risk for chronic, low-grade dehydration. You might not even feel it, but the effects are massive. Your muscles are about 76% water. Research shows that being even mildly dehydrated can reduce your muscle strength and function. It leads to fatigue and unsteadiness, which directly increases your risk of falling. The solution is dead simple, but it takes conscious effort. Drink water all day long. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By then, you're already behind. Keep a water bottle with you. If plain water is boring, throw some lemon or cucumber in it. Water-rich foods like melons, oranges, and soups also count. Think of water as the oil that keeps your entire body running smoothly. The second hidden pillar is social connection. This might sound a little fluffy, but the science is startlingly clear. Being lonely can be as damaging to your long-term health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Chronic loneliness is linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. This isn't just about feeling sad. It has a direct physical impact on your body, leading to more stress hormones and less motivation to take care of yourself. It creates a nasty downward spiral. Physical decline leads to more isolation, which in turn leads to more physical decline. On the flip side, having strong social bonds is proven to boost your immune system, improve brain health, and keep you physically well. Being involved with others gives you a reason to get up and get out. It gives you purpose. The answer is to be proactive. Schedule regular calls with friends and family. Join a book club, take a class, or volunteer for a cause you believe in. Even small daily chats with a neighbor can make a world of difference. Building your social network is just as important as building your muscles. It's the inner strength that supports your outer strength. Section 7. The final secret. Consistency over perfection. Okay, we've covered a lot. Strength training, protein, balance, sleep, hydration, and connection. It can feel like a mountain of things to do. And this is exactly where most people trip up. They try to be perfect. They try to change everything all at once, get completely overwhelmed, and then quit after a week. The final, and most important secret to aging with power is this. Consistency beats perfection. Every single time. The goal is not to have a flawless week of workouts and a perfect diet. The goal is to build simple, sustainable habits that you can actually stick with. Remember the minimum effective dose? It's the small things you do consistently that add up over time to produce jaw-dropping results. The research is clear. Regular, moderate activity is far more powerful for your long-term health than killing yourself at the gym once in a blue moon. A 20-minute walk every day is infinitely better than a 2-hour hike once a month. Eating a protein-rich breakfast 5 days a week is better than a perfect diet that you hate and abandon after 3 days. So let's put it all together in a simple, doable plan. This isn't a set of rigid rules. It's a flexible template. Move with purpose 2 to 3 times a week. Block out 20-30 minutes for your strength and balance work. Maybe that's chair squats and wall push-ups on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. Fuel every meal. At breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just ask yourself, where's the protein? And make sure it's on the plate. Protect your sleep. Create a simple wind-down routine. Maybe it's turning off the TV at 9 p.m. and reading a book until 10 p.m. That's it. Hydrate and connect daily. Keep your water bottle next to you and make one phone call or have one real conversation each day. That's it. Start small. Pick just one thing from this video and do that for a week. Maybe it's just the chair squats. Once that feels like second nature, add the next thing. The goal isn't to be perfect by tomorrow. The goal is to be just 1% better than you were yesterday. That is the real, sustainable path to rewriting your story of aging. The story that says your best years are in the rearview mirror is just that, a story. It's not a fact. The science is undeniable. You hold the power to get stronger, sleep better, and live with more energy than you ever thought possible. Aging doesn't have to be a story of decline. With the right tools, it can be a story of growth. Your best years are not behind you. They're right in front of you, waiting for you to claim them. Now, I have a question for you. Which one of these strategies are you going to try first? Is it the chair squats, adding more protein to breakfast, or maybe the daily balance work? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading about your journey, and I really do read every single one. If you found this guide valuable, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And please share this video with someone you care about, a friend, a parent, a neighbor, who might believe their best years are not yet over. Let's prove them wrong together. Thanks for watching.